We're now almost in Dis to meet Nic and Andrea, and it's taken us absolutely ages, hasn't it, Alexis?
Yeah, and I'm driving, and to be honest with you, I have got a bit bored. Because basically we did take a wrong turn at one point, and we ended up going through all these country roads.
It was a bit Paul McCartney, wasn't it? The long and winding road. But yes.
Yes.
So we're here to see what the charity shops have to offer with Nic and Andrea, who obviously are, you know, what do you call it? Experts at charity shopping and finding bargains.
To be fair, this is going to be a flip or flop, so
yes.
We will be given ratings at the end, and we are just going to say what we think about the charity shops in Dis, because I don't know whether you mentioned that's where we're going.
Yes, Dis.
Yes.
We won't be rating Nic and Andrea themselves, just the charity shops. That's so back, isn't it?
So low.
There's Andrea and there's Nic. And we're going into East Anglia Children's Hospices. You know, I'd totally wear that, to be fair.
That? Well, you would.
Well, I wouldn't be able to miss you in that, would I?
A bit like
a lovely hat to go with it.
1980s TV presenter if I wore that.
Yeah.
It's the look I'm going for. I'll pass on all of those.
You love a bit of Lego friends, don't you? No?
I think it goes against. Oh, it has got the mini doors.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Excuse me.
And then I've got a little thing.
No, you're good. Oh, you don't like vintage, do you? What's that?
Oh, I love it. It's
Really expensive.
£9.
I know, it's crazy. It's so long. Getting good. Like burning. Oh, Jesus. Right, next stop is packed and there's a sale on. So in we go. What do you reckon, Alexis?
Yes. Have you been filming in any of the others, by the way?
Yeah, bits and bobs.
Oh, have you?
Oh, there's an Oxfam over there as well. It's a bit like Aylsham, where this is set out. Right, let's see what we can find.
Right, so now it is the day after our little trip out to Dis.
Yes.
Yes. And so we're just going to do our usual. I'll show you what we got. I'll show them what you got.
Yeah.
Because I actually didn't find anything. But we'll also rate our trip at the end, like usual, for the flip and floppin'.
Floppin'.
And do excuse the massive kind of stack of bloody crates behind us. We are having a laugh. We are having a clear out of the office at the moment to make room. And there'll be a video about that, well, in the very near future.
Yeah,
actually.
big things are coming.
That's what she said. Right. So, yeah, anyway, thank you to the Hills Were Alive for the trip out yesterday that we had to Dis, basically.
Yeah, it's very pretty in Dis.
Yeah, and it has got a lake.
Yeah, random lake. It's very pretty though.
That we didn't throw any bodies in, so if you hear it on the news, that wasn't us.
That's a
Right.
lie.
Anyway, no, you see what will happen is now a bloody body will turn up in that lake and they'll be like, well, they said that on their video. But anyway, so let's go ahead and start rather than have a witter.
Well, should we first share what we got and then we'll
Yes.
do the ratings at the end?
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Do you want to start with that big thing there?
Yeah, I mean, if you like. So how much was he worth again before I pick him up?
20 quid.
Okay, good. So this was something that Jen spotted. I don't think it's going to fit completely in this camera. I'll have to hold it back there to poke your eye out. Right. So this is...
Is this Matty open? No.
I don't know. Never mind, anyway. Bloody women. Right, so anyway. This is a
Megazord.
Mega.
Power Rangers.
Megazord. This is a Megazord from Power Rangers, and basically he's ginormous. Jen spotted him and was like, he'll fit in the bag, and he kind of did, so he came home. He cost £4. And Jen did a little bit of research earlier. Apparently he is complete, so he's got weaponry.
I don't think his bits come off. Normally with these kind of things, they come off, and I think, but this is kind of a cheaper version. So I was hoping it'd be worth more.
Well, to be fair, if you look on the back, it's all screwed together. So basically, there's a variety of holes in this that are full of screws screwing all these bits together. So it's not detachable. It is if you take the screws out, but it's not. It shouldn't be detachable. And he's worth about £20.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's him.
It's a little bit of profit, not what as good as I was expecting, but
£4 though.
£4.
4 into 20.
He's quite
so not
cool,
too
isn't he?
bad. Yeah. So.
Now I got this, and I thought it was Bratz because of the eyes. But did Mattel make Bratz? I don't think they did, so I'm thinking this might be actually Barbie Mycene.
Okay.
But what I'll do is I'll put the solds up here to see how much it's worth. This was £2 and I brought it because I thought it was a Bratz doll.
No, they have bigger eyes.
And they have no feet. Their
Yeah,
feet
because
come
they have
off,
detachable
don't they?
shoes.
So
So,
that was
yeah.
a bit of a faux pas, I believe.
Yeah, they do have different eyes. If you can see on there, these ones are different. And maybe someone in the comments can point you in the right direction to what this is. Because, yeah, that is Bratz style, I would say, but is not Bratz.
I've
So,
never been one to play with dolls.
I was going to open the back of her dress to have a look.
No, because she might her
We don't want to... Hang on.
boobies might fall away.
So it says 1999, so she's a vintage, and it says Mattel. She's actually in pretty good condition, and so is her little mini dress thing that she's wearing. That is not a detachable belt, that's sewn on. So, and she's not got her shoes. She would have had shoes and presumably handbag, and
She's been on a night out. And she
would
come
have
back
had
shoeless.
as well. Obviously, her hair tied back too. Probably maybe styled.
I think I'll stick to my action figures.
Yeah. But anyway, there might be a little bit of money on, perhaps on vintage.
She was only
for
£2.
her. But yeah, anyway. So next I'll just grab this. This is a mic,
Wazowski.
from Monsters Inc. There we go. Got it. Ooh, there's a little man in there. There you go. And this is a product exclusive. And that's how it's spelled, exclusive. from Disneyland Paris, and it says Pixar made in Thailand. So basically, it's a mug.
It's really
A giant eye.
I paid more than I normally would for him, but I just thought he was really cool. And solds on eBay are about £12.99.
£2.50 he cost.
But I think if I put him on Etsy, I could probably get a little bit more.
Potentially, because people on Etsy do love novelty mugs, don't they?
Yeah, as we've been finding out. Found this little guy in a basket. He is from what's it called? Mask. He's missing his mask. I can't remember his name.
He had a yellow mask, I think, that one
I
originally.
can't remember. But 50p, and he's worth about a tenner.
Yeah. So yeah, not bad. Because there was another something else you got with him, wasn't there?
Yeah, that was I don't know where I've put that, but that was Super Things or Super Zings, and it's like a little car. And that's only because I've got a multi-listing of Super Zing things. I'm going to add it to that.
So just to add to that one. But yes, so 50p.
It's not Matt Tracker, is it?
And £10.
I think Matt Tracker's the blonde guy, isn't he?
I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, 50p, and he's worth a tenner. So, and to be fair, all the stuff in the basket wasn't actually labelled up, was it? Price-wise.
No, so the lady at the till kind of said 50p.
Yeah, it was just a random assortment of stuff in a tub. And she said, how about £1 for both those things? Yeah. Where's your hand? Let me have that hand off your arm, please. But anyway, yeah, do you want to go ahead and show that?
Oh, there's a lot of stuff. I don't know how you open it. Oh, I see. So yeah, this is the big bottle, and it's got loads of the little figures inside. You open it like,
what is it?
This is it's from a series called Treasure X, which was quite popular.
Yes, now we have had these before.
We have.
Yes.
Some of them are quite popular.
And how do you get this apart?
I've got lots of stuff from this. I've got little sarcophagus.
Mm-hmm.
What do you call it when there's like more? Is it sarcophagi?
Sarcophagi, yeah. Yeah, so these little figures, let me just show you. There's this fella. We did have some. We had a couple of them. I think there was a pharaoh and something else. So if I'll have a look through these. If I find him, I'll show you. So we've got him. A knife.
That's not a knife.
Another knife.
That's a knife.
That's broken off. The tip of that's broken off. Look.
Oh,
When
no.
they were stabbing, right? Not literally. It's the
Oh, it's
design.
supposed to be. Ah.
And then we've got this little fella here. Some of these can be worth a few quid. It was a shark.
It's half of a caterpillar.
There's none I recognise so far from the ones we had before, but we've got this little guy. And we've got him, and he's kind of summoning magic. There we go. We have him. We have a skeleton, and obviously he's hurt his eye.
Missing an arm, isn't he?
Yes, he is. It might be in there somewhere. And then we have this cool dude with his brain hanging out. Not very cool, is it, to be fair, to have your brain hanging out. We've got this green guy here. We have him. And then we have... What the... Oh, this hasn't got a head. Whatever that... Presumably was some sort of animal, but it doesn't have his head.
Looks like a penis.
It was like a penis. Right, so then we have this guy.
I mean, from what I remember.
Ew. Oh, here it is. So this is...
He's got an arm off.
He's got a head off is what he's got.
Oh, okay. So
So
he
then-
found his head.
Yeah, so let's put his head back on. And then I can... If I can bloody put the thing back on. Get on, you little sod. There we go.
Found his head as well.
Not a good time to lose one's head, but we found it. There we go. And this guy, with an arm off. Ooh, look. It's a weapon. And this guy with his arm off, well, here's his arm, basically. So, no arm done, eh? Haha, right. So, yeah, anyway, there's his arm. So, he's complete as well, which is good. We do also, with this, we have these, which I think are quite cool, which is a shark.
That goes in the bottle, in the green bottle. And if it's all complete, I've seen solds on that for around £30 to £40.
I don't know why his innards are ripped open. I presume that is meant to be like that. But yeah, anyway, so Sharky, he opens his mouth.
Remember Sharky and George?
Yeah, of course I do.
The crime
Sharky.
busters of the sea.
Copyright. So basically, does his head come open? Do you know if I pull that, that might completely come open and never get shut again. Oh, do these? No. Anyway, no fanning about required. There is this, which looks more like a squid than an octopus, but whatever.
There's this, which I can't open. I think you're supposed to have some kind of key, but I can't figure out.
The key might be in here. What does it look? What does the hole look like? A key.
Keyhole.
That's what the hole looks like.
This is really heavy, so I think there's something inside it, but I don't know what.
Let's have a look then. Let's open it up. We haven't seen this. Let's find the key, shall we, people? So we've got like a little chest. So is that doll. Right, a shield. Gun. Showing you that. There's another head for something.
An actual pirate ship, which is quite cool. Well, I need to clean.
A little thing.
Hold on, look at this. And you can walk the plank. But all the mast and everything is for this, in this bag here.
And then we have various types of accessories that go with this. So we have like, what's it called?
Trident.
Trident, yeah. And like a staff thingy bob. And then various kind of blades for stuff. More blades for stuff. Swords.
Some more swords.
And swords and knives. And no key. And then we have
That's
this.
not a key, is it?
So
No.
this, it's to pick your nose. It looks like a cotton bud actually. So you can clean your ears.
Bits
And
in there.
don't clean your ears with cotton buds, kids. I used to work in hospital, trust me, you don't want to bother. Right. Yes. And never try and pierce your own nose either. That never ends well. Right.
And a little cannon for the boat.
Right, so yes, that
Anyway,
is
all
what...
of this
Yes.
Moose stuff, because Moose is the people who make it, Moose Toys. This Treasure X stuff came to a grand total of £10 English, and I brought it on the basis that I could see this bottle and I could see the shark.
I can't get the bottle back together now. Yes I can.
So yeah, as I say, if that's complete, that's an easy 30 to 40.
Do you want to
quid
put that
just there.
big thing
Do you
back
want to see if
in?
you can open this at all?
To be fair, I couldn't find the keys. It looks like it needs 2 keys. And it may be a case of having to break it open.
I'm sure there's some kind of hack if I look somewhere. What could be in there? I wonder what's in there.
Well,
Come back
anyway,
here.
the key is probably in here, you realise. So the fact of the matter is that we can't actually get in this. So what a mystery. So what we'll do is, if and when we manage to actually get in this, we'll put this at the end. And then you can see what's in it.
Yes, good idea. Nicely done.
Right, there we go. So anyway, what we'll do before we, if we manage to do it, obviously we will show you. But if not, the video will abruptly end and you will never know, and neither will we. Right, so now we're going to get on to ratings.
Yes.
And this is, we just had to check what it's out of. Excuse me, just move the camera, thank you. However, it is out of 5 for each category. Yeah. And
so rubbish being 1, awesome being 5.
Yeah, and there are 4 categories. So there's a parking prices, quality of the stuff in the shops, and the number of shops there were. Yes. So we'll start off with parking, and we park for free.
Yeah, car park was free. There was loads of spaces. It was pretty near to the charity shops and stuff. So yeah. I would give that 5.
Yeah, 5.
I can't think of any.
In our past videos, we've done this where basically, if it's been free, we've given it 5 stars.
Yeah, because Dereham we went to, didn't we? Yeah. And that was definitely a 5.
Dereham is definite 5-star car park because there's always plenty of spaces and it's free. This one was exactly the same. So yeah, it couldn't be any less than that.
You don't get much for free in this life, do you?
Yeah. So we move swiftly on to the pricing that we saw in the shops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the shops I found were really, really, reasonably priced. I think there was one where things were really expensive, but for the most part, because I picked up quite a bit, didn't I? I think I would go 4.
You go for 4 stars. I mean, to be fair, I did have a little look through some of the stuff, and there were some of the charity shops. For example, I don't know if you've been in Oxfam and had a look at the books in there. Obviously, that's where I head to, and that's where I headed to when we went yesterday. However, it is usually a bit more expensive in there than some other charity shops. But I think, when I was, because I did have a look at everything else, well, not everything, obviously, meticulously going through every single item. However, there was one shop, and I can't remember which one it was, but it was phenomenally expensive.
That was mine. That was where I got that little 50p figure from, but only because there was no price on. But everything in there was just sky high prices.
But in the main, I think there were the other charity shops that were more reasonably priced. It didn't seem like it was horrendously expensive.
No.
British Heart Foundation was shut as well, so we weren't able to go into one of the more expensive ones anyway.
No.
And they had a Pact, and Pact is always quite reasonable, I find, anyway, for stuff.
And that's where I got all this Treasure X stuff from, Pact, wasn't it? For a tenner.
And that was a tenner for and they even threw in the plastic tub, actually, that it was in, which, to be fair, we don't need, but, it's beside the point. They threw that in as well.
So there are still bargains to be had at these charity shops.
Yeah.
It's just having to, look for them, really, and going on the best day, the right time, all that kind of stuff, really.
I think with this, it is about going on the day when they get more stock in and they put it out. And obviously there are some resellers that we have watched in the past who they kind of make friends with the people who work in there, and they have a little, go through the stuff that's just come in.
Yeah.
That hasn't yet gone out. And it's all stuff like that where you can snap up bargains, isn't it? But
yeah, I think on our live we did with Tommy Trays, he was saying that he builds good relationships with the people in charity shops, and then they will actually contact him when they've got stuff.
Yeah.
So.
And I think there was one thing in one of the charity shops. I think it was a bundle of Friends Lego. And to be fair, I saw a couple of bundles of Lego. Now that's the sort of thing, if I saw it and it was any good, I'd pick it up. So the second bundle, which was actually in Pact, was it was all very vintage, very well used. It was a lot of it was discoloured, and a lot of it wasn't Lego. And they had that marked up at £15, which I was like, no, not for, I think, the condition it was in and stuff like that. But the other bundle was in one of the other shops, and
it was in the first one we went in, where I got that the Megazord from. I can't remember what it was called,
but we went in there, and basically there was this bundle of Friends Lego. It had minifigures in there, or mini dolls in the bundle, and it had all other bits and pieces, and they priced it up at 15. Now the only thing is, I don't know what sets are in there yet. I don't know how complete these sets are. I don't know if all the mini doll stuff is in there, all the accessories. I don't know what it's about, and it wasn't particularly arranged in any order, so I don't know whether I would get £15 back on that,
let alone make a profit.
Yeah. So it was one of those things where it's a bit tricky, and as you may know, if you do deal with Lego, Friends Lego can sometimes be a bit, some of the sets,
and vintage Lego as well. People assume because it's older Lego it's going to be worth more, but most of the time it's not, is it?
No, some of it is. And some of it you can get quite lucky with that stuff. There are bits that they have printed like patterns on them or logos and stuff, and that can be worth listing those bits on Bricklink. I've noticed, but in the main, no, not massive amounts of money from it.
Would you agree with a 4?
I would say a 4 on the merit that most of them were reasonable. Yeah.
You're always going to get one or two that are, crazy prices, aren't you?
Yeah. So the quality of stuff in them,
I would say it was excellent quality stuff.
Yeah.
But I think this is quite a nice area, isn't it? I mean, one of the in the Oxfam charity shop, they did have a Sony CD Walkman. What do you call them?
Walkman.
A CD Walkman, is that what it's called? Yeah, and it's in the box and everything like that. But they the LCD was broken, unfortunately, but it was in mint. The box was all mint and stuff, but they priced it up at like £40, I believe, or £30, so they knew what they had. In Oxfam, I also picked up 3 Adele CDs, which
of course, there was the 3 Adele CDs, which
£1 each.
They were all of them except number 30. She hasn't made that many, I don't think, but 30 wasn't in there. So, but yeah, I would say in terms of quality, that actually there was some bits to be had in these charity shops. I did notice that Nic and Andrea specifically, they didn't come away from them with a huge amount, not as much as the last time we went charity shopping with them, where I think they went away with a couple of bags full of stuff.
I think they're on a self-imposed buying ban at the moment, though.
And obviously that will be the situation for us primarily, I think, as well, in the future, but obviously that's for another video. However, we do we are at the moment sort of, we went out and bought a few bits. Just cause I think.
So quality, what would you say? I'd say another 4, or would you say higher or lower? Or?
I'd say 4. I would say 4 for quality, because they were, there was a good selection of stuff.
Yeah, and sometimes I don't know about you guys, but when I go out charity shopping, sometimes if I don't find anything, I'll just buy anything, just so I can say I've got something. But didn't seem to be any of that this time, because there was good stuff in the shops.
The only thing about that is, when you go charity shopping or to jumble sales or even to Car Boots, and you're just like, I've got to come away with something because I've made the effort to get up early, or made the effort to go out to this place, and I need to come away with something, is the fact is you could feel like, oh, brilliant, I've got this stuff, and then go back to home or your office or your unit or wherever you are and sit there and go through it and actually go, wasn't worth getting there, was it really, to be fair?
Yeah.
So it is a bit,
But yeah, I'd say
Russian roulette with that
I would
one.
say 4 on the quality, because the stuff I picked up, I would say, is quite good.
Yeah. I mean, certainly the Treasure X playset, I think, was
it's a good buy.
That was a good pickup, to be fair. And the number of shops. So last rating.
I'm trying to think. There were about 5 or 5. There would have been 6 if the other one was open, but I'm pretty sure we went in 5.
Yeah, about that. So we'll say half a dozen, just, for the sake of some sort of clarity.
Too bad.
Yeah.
Not as good as other places. Not as good as North Walsham and Dereham, I think. But I think there's more in those places, aren't there?
No, I wouldn't say so.
No?
I would say that because we do like nipping to North Walsham for stuff. The only thing with that is that sometimes we come away from nothing, with nothing, I should say, from there. On the merit, the community shop is normally shut because we go in there. But these were all just charity shops. There wasn't a community shop. And I think the number of charity shops was fine for the size of the area.
Yeah. So another 4 then.
We'll go with 4. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you are looking to source in the Norfolk area, we would recommend this, I think, as a whole.
Dereham and North Walsham is where we recommend. Well. So, and Cromer.
Cromer can be a bit pricey, but
a little bit, but that's what we would recommend. I mean, there are also places like Sheringham and Holt, which are quite good areas, but we haven't been there yet. And yeah, they're quite good areas, really. Aylsham can also be a good one. More for clothes, I would say. Because
there's only about 3 in Aylsham, isn't there?
There is,
really small place.
But what happens is I've probably said this before, is the sort of retired ladies, they go to the boutiques, they buy up this season's fashions, and once that season's over and they don't need the fashions anymore, they go over and they dump them at the charity shop to buy next season. And so they do end up with some quite good unworn clothes. So basically, I know that my one of my grandparents, she used to do that. So she'd buy in coats and all sorts of stuff, and then they would just be in the wardrobe with the labels still on, basically, because, well, a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
Older people.
So is that all of the categories we've done now?
Yes.
So just a quick run through. What were the categories again?
Right, so the
parking we gave 5.
So parking was 5, yeah. Prices was 4, quality was 4, and the number of shops was 4.
So that's 17, isn't it? out of,
Yeah.
out of 20.
Yeah.
So I'd say that's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. However, we don't have this as a rating, but if we did, it would fall flat on its arse. For us, was the ease of getting there. Right? Now, the fact is that it took... it on Google Maps, right, or Apple Maps or whatever we used, it said 45 minutes. No. And it wasn't very easy to know what turn-ins were what and all sorts, because there was a lot of very kind of difficult to, you know... Right. So it wasn't that easy to actually get there. And the problem was, you know, 45 minutes on the map, navigation, so like Google app or whatever we used. Basically, we were having to go round a lot of windy roads, and sometimes we missed, well, I think on the way there and on the way back missed turnings because they were just suddenly like there, you know how it is sometimes with the sat navs.
And the roads were really bumpy. We felt like we needed some kind of off-road vehicle rather than our little
and
Panda.
some of them were one lane, were passing places. It was raining, so the roads were a bit slippery. There was mud because of like tractors and stuff coming out of fields, so basically it was mud all over the roads. And yeah, the roads were a bit windy, and it was just a little bit kind of tricky to get there. And 45 minutes turned into about an hour, I think, for us to actually get there. So I would say ease of getting there for us was probably not great, in terms of, you know, actually the amount of time that it took to travel there and the types of roads that we had to drive on. So I think for me, somewhere like North Walsham or Dereham or Cromer would be preferable in terms of the fact that those are just, you know, normal roads and you can just get there really easily.
Yeah, it was nice. It's always nice to go charity shopping with other resellers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because, you know, you can spy on what they're looking out for. But you know, it's nice to meet up with other people. So if anyone who's viewing this wants to go charity shopping with us,
obviously if you're near the area or you're willing to travel,
we are open to applications. And our fees are very reasonable.
Yeah, I mean, if you are in the area, then yeah, whatever. As long as it's not too late notice.
And as long as you're not a weirdo.
Yeah. I mean, you know, but as long as it's not too late notice either, because well, we don't do that.
We need 28 days written notice, don't we? Right. So that's that then, I suppose.
Yes.
So 17 out of 20, not a bad score.
Yeah. If this video ends here, then you know that Treasure X thing didn't open. But, you know, maybe it will. But subscribe if you haven't. If you have, cheers. Like if you like it.
And press the bell thing.
Click on notifications. Set them to all so that you get all notifications. And so
we are nearly at 850. We're 40 away, so 40 more subscribers and we'll do a giveaway.
Yeah, you will get...
Veronica.
You will get Veronica. Veronica.
Unless I find out that she's worth millions, and then you won't.
Yes.
No. We will have a good giveaway prize, don't we? We'll have a package of something or other. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.
Right. So as promised, the bonus feature is
what's inside the box.
What is inside? Because if you have not got keys, I can't see where I'm pointing, but if you haven't got the keys, right, I'm sure somebody will shout this at us in the comments anyway, is there's 2 eyes here and they're buttons and you press them, you press the eyes in, there we go. So you press the eyes in and the little fella, the lid lifts up. So that's how you open it up. Get off. That's how you...
What are you doing?
So what you do is you open the lid like that. And it has like a hinge that it locks back on as well. So that is how you open it, and this is what it looks like. So do you want to find out where the rattly bits are?
It's a ladder, look.
There's a door.
Ooh.
Okay, so there's a door here. And now the door isn't opening, so let's have a look. So basically that ladder comes up like that and locks on, and then there's a sarcophagus in here. So this
And that's
is
where the gold is kept.
so this is another little figure and a little shield. Ooh, so I presume that shield opens that door because it's this.
How exciting!
It is the same. So we'll put him back in there. Do these come up?
I don't think so.
No. There's a little door here that you can see, and there's a shield. So what I presume, yes, is you unlock it like that. And inside,
There's nothing? Oh.
no, there's some stuff. And inside is a crown with a gold kind of, what looks like a little emblem with a dragon on. And then there is a one of these staff,
A mace or staff?
a mace or whatever.
A mace is... yeah, don't worry.
I won't put the coins back in there because basically they've just flopped everywhere. Hang on, put it back down. So basically I'm gonna bloody break this in a minute if I'm not careful. Oh, you
Didn't you just press them at
Ah, there we go. So basically what I'll do is I'll pop all these in here in the sarcophagus, because basically I basically don't want them to go everywhere. And you can show your little statue.
There we go. A little cute statue. I can't remember what that's called. It's got a name, hasn't it?
It's a bird. Yeah, so if you happen to have one of these, just press the eyes on the front and it lifts up. If you then go in and you don't know how that little door opens, you use this little shield and you put it in. So this side would go into the actual door, and then this side you turn like a key. That's how it works.
So that's
yeah.
But you're glad you stayed till the end now?
Yeah. All right. So yes. Anyway, that is done. And if you've stayed, all right, the keyword is golden crown.
Texture-like sound.
Yes. So if you've stayed to the end, then go well.
Yeah. Bye!